Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Infected. Today, we are going to still head out and kind of see if we've just overlooked the truck. I am going to drive through a couple of these towns. I know we've been to all the towns, but I'm not quite sure where we missed the truck. So, we're just going to drive right through the center of this big town up here and kind of see if it's close by. Then we're going to head over to the town that's fairly new. And if you heard that, I do apologize. I am editing some videos today. I'm going to head over to the town that's like the brick town that's really close by, where we find the aluminum Biden in the very beginning, or the Biden that requires the 2 aluminum or 3 aluminum to craft. I don't see this truck over here in this town, so maybe we didn't overlook it. Maybe it's just not here. But whatever the case may be, we do have some stuff on the map as well, kind of way over here on the end that I want to get to, so that we can, just kind of see what's over there and see if there's stuff in there that we need to repair the truck. And, kind of just hang out over there a bit as well, trying to figure out where the truck is. So while we head over there, guys, let's just try to figure out like places that we haven't been on the map. I'm not sure. I don't know if we've been to the town that has the Biden in it, other than just to get that aluminum canteen or whatever it's called. I'm not quite sure if we've been there or not, other than that. So I don't know if we've actually driven through that town, or walked through it at all. I'm not sure on that, but we might do that pretty soon, because I know I've been to most of the other towns and I don't really recall ever, going to that town other than sneaking in the back and grabbing that canteen thing on day one. But anyway, guys, let's just get over here and kind of see what's over at this little outpost. Okay, so we made it down here. I'm not sure that there's even really anything in here that we need. We do need plastic and mechanical parts. So it looks like we did bring some of that stuff with us. I'm going to take all of this home with me, simply because we don't need it here. I mean, the oil cans, that stuff, we don't need it. The stone, we don't even need that, honestly. Because we have ourselves a campfire. We have some extra planks. We have logs out here. We have a zombie right over there walking in the forest. I mean, there's just lots of things that we have here that we definitely do not need here. I love the fact that this water is over here. But it's not too big of a deal for me. So let's get on the ATV. Let's get home for one. And then let's get back over to the town that's closest to us that we haven't really checked out. So let's do that. So we did grab mechanical parts. I don't think there's enough to fix the truck, but I think we're getting fairly close. But anyway, let's get over there, guys. So I just stopped at this single POI here, guys. I think it's been long enough that most of this stuff has probably respawned. We're almost to the point that we're super, super heavy. So let's move everything that we can in here. Not a big deal. We can always get it back out. That's a big deal. Hey, bear. How's it going? Is this the exact same place where the bear came in on me and it terrified me? Because I think it is. Let's grab you. Let's grab just everything that we can while we're here. I hear you, bear. I hear you. Animal fat is important these days. I remember when we would just throw that out because we just didn't need it. It's important nowadays, for sure. I am still looking for mechanical parts and plastic parts and that kind of stuff. Hopefully we can find some of that, but if not, that's okay as well. Okay, some plastic parts just there hanging out. I know there's a bear super, super close as well. So we've stopped at this little location on the way home as well. There's lots and lots of Ambies here, and that's okay. We're just going to poke them until we, try not to die. And then we're going to try to loot it and see if there's any plastic and mechanical parts and all of that here. It does sound like there's a wolf here as well. That's okay. We've already dealt with having a bear at our location that we were in, and that just wasn't friendly enough. Come on. Ouch. Like I'm trying to be flanked. Yes, he went around me and caught me off guard. Come on. Probably pretty injured. Let's just see. Yeah, 65. We are fairly injured. Let's just pick up everything here. Hopefully there's a first aid kit in here. That plastic is just what we're after. First aid bandage is not bad. Nothing going on there. Some oil cans, an egg, some screws, and some coffee. Not mechanical, sorry, electrical parts. Is there something here on the... No. Mechanical parts and some green tea, as well as some iron and oil cans. Not bad. So let's search this other little small location over here. Then we'll do the big one, and it shouldn't take very long at all. Some seeds, we don't need those. More coffee and nails. Some Kevlar. That's lovely. I love that we're getting these electrical parts, mechanical parts, and first aid bandages fairly easily now in our loot because we do have that better looting perk. I understand that in the very beginning, guys, you will not get the same loot that I'm getting here at the moment. I'm okay with all of this stuff. Lovely. So let's just get in this larger area here. I don't think there's anything to search outside. But let's get in this largest area. Take what we can, take what we need. I'm not really looking for any tech pages in here because there shouldn't technically be any because we have found all of them. Lovely getting plastic parts. Screws are nice as well because we are waiting on the extractors at the mines to give us some copper if they will do that. Is that a Bambi? Or was that a tree? I don't know. I'm sure he'll find his way in here if he was in fact a Bambi. I think they're called Bambis because they're technically supposedly like a vampire zombie mix. Not quite sure on that. I remember them being called Bambis from the very first release. And we just kind of went with it. I'm not sure if they're even called Bambis anymore. Just take that. We're finding quite a bit of good stuff. I'll show you guys what we found in just a moment so that you can kind of see what you'll get with the Lucky Looter perk. All of this is one. That's okay. Is there any way to search like the computers? I don't think there is. But this is our haul for this area. We did have this one gas can in here already, but that's okay. So we got 4 plastic, a mechanical part. We've got 2 Kevlar, some cloth, iron, oil cans, screws, nails, that kind of stuff. All the stuff that we technically needed. Let's search the truck and grab some more nails here. And that's basically it for this area, guys. It really is. There's not a lot left here to loot, and that's fine as well. I do want to just throw all this stuff in here. If I click this button again to unload everything, it will put everything, even my bandages over here, and I don't really want that. So I'm just going to hang on to everything else and do that kind of manually now that we've gotten some extra medicated bandages in there. I mean, I could technically take those out of my inventory and just carry them, and I wouldn't have to worry about that. That's okay as well. Okay, so let's get back home-ish because that town that we need to get to is near our home. Our house is right here. This is the one I want to get to. It says completed, but I did go in there and just grab exactly what I needed, which was the canteen or Biden, whatever you want to call that. Flask, if you want to call it a flask. I did grab that from there as well. Let's get back home, guys. So we made it back home. We do have everything in our inventory. We're quite a bit heavy, honestly. So we're just gonna, get in here and throw this stuff in these crates, put it where it goes. All of that lovely stuff. I would love to be able to have an option to have Mike sort some loot and then have all these crates labeled kind of like they are in the town center. I think that would be lovely. so that Mike could kind of sort loot. We could use like drop crates and that kind of stuff. I think that would be interesting as well. I would personally love that. It's probably what he would be doing most of the time for me. So we do have quite a bit of plastic. We have the mechanical parts we need now. Let's just see what else we can put away. Let's put the cloth down here. First aid. Don't want to get rid of all of my bandages. That's not cool at all. We do have some extra medicated bandages just here. Let's just put you and you right there. That's lovely. So we cannot be clicking that anymore. And I also need to put some first aid kits back over here where they belong. And then let's do fiber and rope. We don't have any of that. We do have Kevlar. Did we not have a place for Kevlar up here? I think we've sold all of that at the trader, honestly. Let's put you back in here. Gas cans I want to put on the ATV. So let's just do these cans and seeds, dropping them off in here for now. And then I don't know where to put this stuff. There's just so much of it, guys. There really is. I guess the lead can go in here. And then you guys can go in here for the most part. And then everything else, guys, I am just going to shove it over here. This stone can most likely go right over here because I'm sure this thing is nearly full or empty, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, so we have some gas on us. We have medicated bandages. We are ready. We have bandages, regular kind. We have some first aid kits, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea at the moment. But let's just go in here and kind of sit in this chair for just a moment. See if we can get our health up just a bit. Because if you're not aware, this is a great way to do that. As you can see, my health is increasing super, super quickly. I really enjoy having this chair here. It's one of the first things that we built up here just to give us our free health, which I find interesting and love it. It doesn't pass the time either. Like, I don't think super quickly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't feel like it does. But it just gives us our health completely back without really wasting a lot of time or doing a lot of stuff. I really enjoy that. Honestly, I really, really do. So in that length of time, we have saved ourselves the use of a small first aid kit. Our water is pretty low. Our food looks okay. But I think we're doing okay at the moment. So let's just kind of head through the forest over here. This is our greenhouse area. Everything looks pretty good from over here. We have our water house. It's looking great. I really am enjoying this. We need to... I also did, and I don't think I showed you guys this, but I added a second story on this tower just so we could cover it up so that, you know, the weather and things this winter wouldn't be nearly as harsh for us. So let's just try to get over to this little town, drive through it, see if there is, in fact, a truck over here, which I don't think there will be. Okay, so we do see some buildings over here. We don't necessarily see any type of truck at the moment, do we? But we are going to drive around and kind of see if we do see the truck. And then we might actually loot some of this area. I would love to have some loot from these buildings just because there's a ton of loot here. And I find that great. It's a great source of loot in these places. It does restock after a few days, which is lovely, and I'm okay with that. There's a V&B. There's not a truck over here. I really didn't expect there to be a truck over here, to be completely honest. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Don't spin out. We can't do that. Yeah, there's definitely not a truck over here, which is fine. Again, like I mentioned, I didn't really expect there to be a truck over here, but I'm going to do some looting. I really am. Like, there's no way I can come over here and not loot this stuff because we have that Lucky Looter perk and I'm super excited by it. And why not use it? Food is okay. We can put that in a cooler if we need to. Seeds I don't need. I'm not going to grab seeds. I'm going to grab screws and coffee and water and that kind of loot. I want to go kind of fast here because I would like to at least get one building completed. There's lots of things to search in these buildings. It's like an apartment complex. And that's fine as well. This should definitely have had some first aid in it and not necessarily those parts. But that's okay. We can do this. So every place is very similar. There's like 2 on every floor, which makes these buildings a little bit to search. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort as well, and that's okay. Let's just do that. Let's eat the watermelon. That will help with hydration. Let's grab all these empty cans now that we have the ability to craft better food because we have Mike doing some gardening for us. If he is in fact doing that. Plant we can't take. Bathroom with some oil and first aid. 2 electrical components, which I think is super, super nice. But yeah, like I said, these places have a ton of loot in them, and I'm okay with it. There's lots of floors as well. There's some balconies up here that sometimes have trash on them. Well, this one just seems to have a dumpster with some cloth in it, and that's okay as well. Okay, trash with nothing. And not all of these containers will have stuff in them. I feel like that would just be an abundance of loot, but that's okay as well. I'm not grabbing seeds. We don't technically need those right now. Like even the spoiled food over here, I don't necessarily need that. These liver, I would like to be able to keep until I got home and cook them and do all the things with those. That does give us a health bonus. Okay, plant here. Again, these are all basically the exact same. Sometimes they will have a first aid kit in the bathtub. Sometimes they won't. But they're basically the exact same. This one should model the one that's downstairs underneath it. Potato seeds, probably will keep those just because I don't feel like that's something we have a ton of. Potato sprouts. Cans and feathers. We don't necessarily need the feathers. The cans are nice. Let's grab you. And electrical components and plastic. Not horrible. Wires, still not bad. Not finding exactly what we're looking for, which is some mechanical parts and plastic, but we are finding some plastic. Let's just get up here. I like going backwards up these steps, guys, just because I don't want to make some of you guys sick, because I technically cannot watch a content creator that goes like crazy, switching the screen over, that kind of stuff. It definitely makes me sick. I get motion sickness extremely bad. Okay, more cans. Not horrible loot here. Honestly, pretty good loot. Again, not finding a ton of plastic or mechanical parts, but that's okay. There's a plant behind us in that one corner. No first aid kit there. Plant. Let's get across the hallway and we'll have this building completed. This is the only, or the last floor, sorry, not the only floor. Let's eat that watermelon. Let's just take that baked potato. Ready food, like ready-made food, especially potatoes. I'm gonna grab those because they last forever, like 12 hours. And that's real hours playing the game, guys. 12 real hours in game. Which I find great. I feel like that's a bit excessive, but potatoes kind of last for a while. Anyway, so there's that, and this is lovely, and I'm okay with the loot that we did get here. So let's get back outside. I'm gonna do the little forwards and backwards type thing down these steps and try not to make myself sick as well. And then we're gonna just get out here. The car is empty. We're going to shove all of this in the ATV, which is nice that we have the ability to do this now. Come on, we can do this. And because it is getting like 5 o'clock, I feel like we still have time to search at least one more location. So let's just do this. Let's just do this one, and let's just do this. Bad, you too. Do that. Okay, so this is a little bit different. This looks more like a storage room type area. And that's fine too. We can find some loot in here that we need, hopefully. I guess we're just going to search the trash here. And the boxes are separate things to search as well. That's okay. search that. I like that picture. Just search you. And the kitchen area here. Let's just loot all of this, eat the watermelon. We're going to take the water home with us in the event we go on a long journey. We could take that water with us and we don't necessarily need to grab any other water. We don't have to worry about cooking or campfire or anything like that. So is this just one like house type thing? 2-story house maybe? I don't know. I did live in a 2-story house growing up. I swore when I built my house there would not be any stairs in it. I absolutely hate a 2-story house. Yeah, so there's no stairs in my house, single level. Pretty big house, 2,400 square feet. Not, just me and my husband and my dog. I feel like that's a pretty good size for us. It's not the biggest house I've ever seen. Definitely not the smallest. It's not a tiny home, although I'm not opposed to one of those. Less to clean, less places to store junk. I'm all for that. Okay, what do we have over there? That's we didn't search this building, did we? We did. That's a big building as well. I don't know what could be over there. But it could be fun. Like there could be quite a bit of loot in there. Let's see what's in the truck. Kevlar and coffee. I feel like this place is calling my name. I like a good cup of iced coffee from time to time. I'm not a daily coffee drinker. I don't love it. But a good cup of iced coffee isn't bad. Okay, that tree. Okay, it's okay. Bathroom. Let's search the first aid stuff. Or should be first aid stuff. Electrical components. That's nice. Some wiring. That's okay as well. Whatever we don't need of that, we can always sell it. Not a big deal. I love that we're finding mechanical parts and plastic in here. Hopefully we can continue that trend, although I'm not too sure of that. Okay, let's just get upstairs. I'm almost lost in this area, honestly. Okay. So there's one apartment, I assume, on each floor. And that's okay as well. Nothing going on in there. Some nails. Box there. Probably a bathroom. Nope. Kitchen over here, which is nice. Bacon. That's okay. I'm going to eat the watermelon again. Just because it gives us an insane amount of hydration. Kevlar. That's very nice. I mean, it sells great at the trader. Let's do that. This is a great game. I remember when this game first came out, I said this game has a massive ton of potential. And sure enough, guys, it's turned into a great game and kind of what I'd envisioned for it as well at the time. Definitely not a game creator. I don't develop games. I don't know anything about that type of work. But I really, really felt like this was the direction this game was headed. I knew that it would take some time, and I am here for it. I love everything about this game. Of course, there are things that I would change. I'm super excited that the developer has not decided to add any type of guns into the game. I feel like that would definitely take away from it as well. Hopefully that's not a direction that he chooses in the future. Not even a crossbow. Like, I'm not here for a crossbow either. I feel like the regular bow with the bow and arrows is a little bit overpowered as well, because the bow and arrows don't break. You don't really necessarily need anything else after that. But, you know, of course, everyone has differences of opinions, and that's okay as well. So let's get upstairs to hopefully the final area here. It is, and that's lovely, because I feel like we're getting a ton of loot, and I don't want to get too heavy. Okay, that face is falling over. That's different. I like that, though. I think if it's been in other apartments that I've just missed it, yeah, I'm kind of looting in a rush because it's getting late and I want to get home. I want to get home and do some more work tonight. because I feel like that's when, I get the most stuff done is overnight, because I do, of course, only record daytime play. I don't record any nighttime activities, anything like that in any of my games if I can help it. I just don't feel like night time recording shows up as well on screen, and I'm not really excited about creating dark content at all for you guys. But I do feel like we've looted this building as well. That's dark and twisty, but I'm here for it. It's lovely. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna get back outside, go home, put the loot away, and try not to die in the process. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, guys, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.